ICA White Hats have traced the anonymous data received by our clients to one Olivia Hall, brilliant young hacktivist and suspect in a dozen cases of cyber vandalism. Using onion routing with state-of-the-art encryption, Hall went to a lot of trouble to stay untraceable. She is good, but we are better. Her digital trail has led us to a remote farm in Colorado, where satellite footage has revealed what appears to be the training camp for a private militia, led by an already registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the shadow client. Spurred by Eric Soders, the ICA Board of Directors has asked us to infiltrate the farm and eliminate Sean Rose, along with 3 other prominent militia members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator, Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst, and finally Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers. I'll be honest with you, 47. I consider Eric Soda's reasoning hasty and ill-advised. Now, we cannot go against the wishes of the board, but we can conduct our own investigation. Whether a direct threat to the ICA or not, we need to know the shadow client's true agenda. I will leave you to prepare.
Hello and welcome to the RRWC22 World Championships 2022. Today we have a Group G game between Sparkles of Finland and Mikulers of Poland. Today we're going to Colorado and Miami with a map 3, which I don't know, so we're going to find out later at the time. Sparkles having some connection issues. Connection issues. It's always good to see. IOI being IOI, isn't it? Great service. But yeah, I like this. I like this pick from Sparkles. As a rookie, of course, it's going to be a bit daunting on Colorado, but has been here once before and has won it. Mikulers has been here twice and hasn't completed a spin yet in RR, of course, losing one. And he could have completed the spin twice. Losing a photo finish, then tying a photo finish. Right, that could have been possible, but on Colorado, you don't think so sometimes. And yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Both those approaches, and wow, Sparkles. Wow, I cast your game. I've got to be gone in an hour because Liverpool playing Ajax. And so treating me, Sparkles. This guy mocks me about map 3s all the time. It's great. It's great, isn't it? This guy treats me like shit. Treats me like shit all the time. But no, I finished as the second longest standing record in RR. 7:44 by Speedster, set in RR5, and it is beatable, I think. I think we see a lot of people just panic over Colorado, so to say. You can easily have all tigers isolated in the first 3.5 minutes, starting Westbridge. The hacker start even quicker, you know? It'll be interesting to see what both players have that approach, etc. I'm going to really struggle to find something to talk about. Still hasn't disconnected. Reconnected either. Great respect, isn't it? I'm joking, it's all good. I could have stayed in the mission booth for an extra minute. I could have been, I don't know what I could have been doing, but I could have been doing something. But now I'm talking. You are hearing my voice. It's going to be great here. And yeah. We're going to have a nice core run. I like to think it is the hardest roulette map, surely based on the fact that actually the target isolations aren't the hardest by any. The target isolations are actually quite simple, you know. The Colorado, when you really break down Colorado, we see it actually it's quite simple, quite easy. You know, in true fairness. But you can literally just rip any time. You should be running through the map and bam, you've got red guns. What from? I don't know. God knows what. Yeah, there's so many little things in Colorado. You can't take a step wrong with Colorado. But our first spin here will be coming through. Sparkles yet to reconnect, but that don't matter. We will have Sean Rose, pistol as a militia soldier. Penelope Graves, loud SMG as a suit. Ezra Berg, loud explosive weapon as a militia cook, and Maya Bhavati, old axe, as the explosive specialist. Sparkles, wow, load him right in there. Oh my god, tell this guy's a PC player, can't you? Them loads, sheesh. Doing this for a fair finish, isn't he? Imagine, no. Quick loaded in, coming straight through the Sparkles there. Loud SMGs are on the map, of course. HX10s, everyone around this area has them. Most of the militia elites do. Loud explosive weapon, you have your nitroglycerin, that's on the map. In all, it's not actually a lot of heavy spin by any means. Mainly just a pistol you might want to bring in. I'd assume we'll see Ezra Berg's mask grabbed here. Sean Rowe's mask grabbed even. Purely based on the fact that it's a loud kill for Penelope and Ezra. I think if it wasn't a loud kill for Penelope, it'd be fine just to do the kill and exit. I think purely because the fact that it's loud SMG in the suit as well. You want to be doing this kill and exit, not an exit, it's in the tornado shower. You have the pressure here of just doing it in the south with mana, and you just want that on Colorado. In terms of the Sean Rose kill and the Maya kill, they aren't that bad. Might have to be a bit careful with the timing of the explosive specialist, getting it after isolating Sean Rose, of course. Could even get the militia soldier after isolating Maya to get the Sean kill done right away. Yeah, you have your options here. Both players doing the same thing though, right from Westbridge start. Sparkles getting a KO onto one of the militia soldier, subdue onto Ezra, who will see one of the bodies, but it's all fine. He will get red green guns back later, and we'll swap into the militia elite outside, wherever the hostile glitch. Good noise there from Sparkles. Yeah, so he'll have that suit there for that Penelope kills. Talking about Penelope, she'll be coming around soon. A couple of seconds, here she comes, walking past. Good stuff indeed from Sparkles. Get a knockout onto Penelope now. Dragging her into the basement there, really good stuff. Likewise, Mikulers will have both Ezra and Penelope knocked out, and I said, in a safe, formal manner. Very shortly now, it's just a safe to a race even to Maya. Could even get the soldiers guys or the cook. Just I don't know what you're doing next. Really, you might even just knock out the two people in the Fruit King hut. Like, you know, I don't know. That's not the Fruit King hut. I don't know what I would call it Sean's hut. Anyway, it's called Sean's hut because that's why I declared it. Of course, you don't see Sparkles bringing a loud SMG, and that is good knowledge as well from him. Of course, it is on the map in the form of the HX10s carried by the militia elite. He has 3 of them already, for fuck's sake. Yeah, both players now roughly similar in-game time here. New player option to get this soldier or do anything else before Maya. Actually, it's just going to be safe here and make sure they get the Maya time in. Sparkles will use his pistol to turn the generator. Mikulers standing by will just manually turn it on. Both methods work. Shooting it is just a little bit quicker, I suppose. You do get an extra investigation on it, but again, it's not that deep. You see Sparkles shoot the generator now. Mikulers turn it on just slightly after, and Sparkles throwing a crowbar here. It'd be interesting to see if it doesn't work, what both players will do. It does work for Sparkles, however, Maya will be moving. Mikulers as well. We'll get a nice chain lure onto Maya here. Good stuff indeed. Both of them now getting Maya inside this little side room here. And yes, really good stuff indeed. I would assume we'll see a militia soldier grab next. Get that Sean kill done and dealt with first, more than anything, would be my one thing. I wouldn't want to try and get the explosive specialist at this stage, especially with Sean being up and about. I think that's what Sparkles is going to do. Not even do that, he will just knock out one technician first while Sean is on. He'll knock out both first, so I think though Sean is a comfortable distance away. Meanwhile, though, Mikulers will grab the old axe first and take that towards Maya. As Sean Rose will be approaching. He'll even get the soldier here. So, Mikulers has made good use of his time here. He will actually not go against that, won't get the soldier. I realises he probably doesn't have enough time here. So we'll just go round into the heart. Of course, in militia elite, you do have that one enforcer outside, so both players now have Sean inside. The one difference is, though, Mikulers has to take out both the technicians. Again, ain't that bad. And the good thing is you don't have to hide them with this, you know. Neither of them will have that soldier disguise yet, but Sparkles will be the first to isolate all 4 targets. Now, this is going to be the interesting part. What they do next in terms of their disguises. It seems to be Sparkles is going to grab the old axe next, and he's going to loop back on himself here. Possibly grab the explosive specialist first. God knows, now he's going to loop back again. Come on, mate, make your mind up. Make your mind up, Sparkles. Mikulers, however, interesting. Options go nothing here. going back towards the house it was to see. So that's again another interesting decision there, I feel like. Sparkles grabbing the old axe here. I think Sparkles will now be in the lead. Really? Purely because of the fact that he's sticking around doing these kills first. He's dealing with these 2 kills first. But Mikulers actually might be coming here just for the Militia Soldier, which we might see from Sparkles as well. Look at my knowledge. It's fantastic in it. Mikulers get a knockout here onto the Piston Soldier. We'll swap into his clothes. Of course, it is a soldier disguise. All good in that regard. Really good start here for Mikulers. Is that a few? That's an assault rifle, mate. That'd be gutting if he uses that for the Ezra kill. Sparkles. There's no need to do this, Sparkles. I said on stream earlier, there is no use to do that, and he's done it. And he doesn't even do it to get into Ezra. He still uses a key to get through. To grab the nitroglycerin. I literally said this morning Sparkles what need, and he said for the nitroglycerin. This guy. Oh my god. I will not hear about the end of that. I will not. He will also turn on the laptop while he's here for the mask. Sparkles, man. There was no. He could have just walked through the main thing and gone up. Because he literally lockpicked the door because the enforcer was waiting outside. He's maybe like a right mug. He will collect the. I mean, I can't believe this. I actually can't. I'm in disbelief over this. Like I can't. But meanwhile, Mikulers does get the Mikulers does get the kill onto Sean there. We'll grab the explosive specialist disguise now to use the radio. So we'll have this my kill done shortly. Sparkles coming down into the basement here. I think he opens up the tornado shelter again. I don't know why they didn't just deal with Sean and Maya while they were over there. Both disguises are basically in and around that area. Now you're looping back over to that area. I can't get my head around it really. But Mikulers now will swap into the explosive specialist. Just a little run to Maya here. I still can't believe Sparkles. Man's on a troll and a half, isn't he? What a hero! What a hero! Sorry. I'm just put that in the highlight. Put that in the highlights. It's probably too late to clip it, but put that in the highlights. Mikulers, of course, already did grab the old axe earlier, so right by Maya here, and we'll get his second kill down. Sparkles does knock out the Piston Soldier here, and we'll have this Sean kill done very shortly as well. We'll have to grab a it is hard to see who's in the lead here. It really, I really can't tell because Sparkles ain't that far behind Mikulers. He's just grabbing the explosive specialist now. All he has the old axe. I don't like using the nitro. You should be fine. He should, in all honesty, Sparkles should be fine. If not, he throws it from inside the tornado shelter, and he just exits there. Like, you have your options for sure. Mikulers doing distractions now for the militia cook. Does he have a trank or anything? No, he does have to knock him out and box him. No, he does have a trank actually. Good use there. Sparkles now in the explosive specialist. I'm really struggling to tell here because Sparkles, he's made that advancements in the form that he does have the thing open already. So both players now have 1 kill each. Sparkles, they're both in similar positions now. Sparkles having the mask for the tornado shelter. Mikulers has a militia cook. They're inseparable. I can't tell. It's like Infun versus Kenny earlier on them, but you really can't tell. I think. So that's going to be interesting here. Sparkles picks up the apricot. We'll do a throw distraction here. It's hard to tell if he doesn't have a trank here. Oh, he does have a trank. They're inseparable. This is going to be difficult here. I'm really. It's hard to tell. It really is. It really is. Sparkle's getting a trank now. The cook even does see the gun. Mikulers making his way upstairs now to the mask printer. Is the place you can rip up here. So you have to be careful. Will not go for it. This is going to give Sparkles such a big advantage here. It's going to give him such a big advantage. Mikulers, you have to play around a little bit in this area, trying to distract these two. It's going to be a bit of a hard ask here for him. Will turn on the laptop, but it is an illegal action also picking up the mask. So you have to distract the hacker once more. But Sparkles now is in the tornado shelter, has opened it up already. Doesn't have Maya in there yet. We'll be going for this Ezra kill first. Personally, I'll go with this Penelope kill first. You know? But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Sparkles, it should be soundproof anyway, so it's all fine really. Sparkles as well, dragging Maya down in the meantime. So you actually might just get this Maya kill done first. Does have this Leon Mikulers now, who does have the mask available and open to him. He will pick it up here. No extended legal action, so can make his way out here. Is careful of the elite soldier, of course. Sparkles now getting a drag off onto Penelope. Doesn't have his suit yet, however. Just have to go get that. He will swap into the militia elite here. Just have his cookie even closer. Mikulers though has to do a bit more dragging. That's the thing here. As Sparkles now does have his suit, we'll be able to get this Penelope kill. Then the Ezra kill quick succession. Of course, the nitroglycerin does do a lot of damage in a small proximity, like the the Kronstadt Octane booster. So it's gonna be interesting. But Sparkles now does get that does get the Penelope kill. We'll swap back into his cook disguise here. We'll load the nitroglycerin. Very close to 47 himself for my liking. We'll get a kill onto the wall. Sparkles will be exiting first now. Mikulers does have the HX10, does have his SMG, you know, ready for the weigh-in here. Sparkles had loaded twice. He does have that advantage over Mikulers, better in game time as well, who is now swapping into the militia cook. Buffering his suit disguise across, waiting a little bit more time, so to say. Wow, this is really hard to tell who's in the lead here now, purely because of what Mikulers is doing. Maybe he doesn't want to drag Ezra, so he's going to save a little bit of time in that regard. But even then, you're better off just running to the suit disguise after the kill. It seems to be making his way out. Mikulers as well having to drag these guards. The nitroglycerin and the drag for Ezra into the tornado shelter. Seems like such a better option here for Sparkles, and it seems to be a GG's. And he's even going to drag Ezra after all of that. Yeah, it seems to be going in the way of Sparkles. Mikulers has to get the kill. So has to swap disguises. It's going out of his way every second here, and it looks like Sparkles will take on our first map, which is Colorado. Picked by himself. Looks very comfortable and looked very comfortable indeed. Like, it's such a good strat from him indeed. Mikulers will now. Does he not have a loud explosive weapon? Maybe not, and it doesn't matter. It is too late. I think he wants to use the nitroglycerin perhaps from Ezra, but he does have a poison. And you can't throw that. It's a lethal poison, mate. Nitroglycerin, of course, is up in the thing. And I think that's where we saw Mikulers have some confusion. Unlucky indeed from Mikulers there. But nevertheless, a solid run for Sparkles. Used the bloody Volt. The worst part about that, he won. So you can just go on about that for ages. And we will have Miami as our next map. We will head to a short break before going to Miami. Make or break of this series.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing the data from Reynard's computer, the case is clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver, with a fiery temper to match. Kronstadt enjoys enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware that the company is also one of the world's leading suppliers of next-gen military tech. Last year, despotic ruler Jin Po employed prototype Kronstadt drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tungan Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes personally brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime. It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow Clients hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold, and so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back here, of course. Miami being our second map, picked by Mikulers, and show you a quick look at the map. So this is Sparkles' first time ever for Miami. Of course, being a rookie is expected on most maps. Mikulers has played this map 13 times, winning it 6, losing it 7. So I'm sure he's open to win today, just to level out that win rate and making it back to 50%. And taking 2 points, very important 2 points in the grand scheme of things, and very close to Group G. It's going to be interesting, for sure, 100%. The approach from both players. Sugar ISO seems so simple, but with the also the thing of all the disguises on Miami, of course, that's the most in the entire game. There's no more on any map. It makes it interesting. It does make the chili shot question in every spin, you know. It always makes that an interesting factor. I can cheese shot, I can put in the cheese shot, go grab the shake, go get the old axe, and then worry about Ice Sierra. It's fantastic, and Sparkles, man. Like, just swap into the Karoon mechanic. Don't bully shot the guard, bro. I love this. I rate Sparkles. He is a pretty good player, isn't he? He is pretty good. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did come out with a win. Like, because he showed so much promise, especially like Colorado as well. You know, them 2 loud kills, and he handled it perfectly. And we had the second longest standing record on Colorado. Now you have the longest standing record, 523 by Nini setting RR3. Of course, it was a Sierra sniper spin. Will be interesting. Will be very interesting indeed what happens with this. Of course, both of his Haven broken by Blunt and his Infun. God, that makes sense. Mate Infun breaking his Bangkok record. Always great to see, isn't it? Players using their records, and our mountain will come through. Will it be Reki? And it will be Sierra Knox, Amputation Knife as the Kronstadt researcher, Robert Knox, Cleaver as the race marshal. Yeah, no, it's not record spin. No. Very false. Ooh, this is interesting. Anti-record. Yeah, true. I was about to say, yeah, exactly. You could use that for sure, 100% here. Another factor, you know, starting a race marshal, ending the race, and just snailing off the entire garage could be an option for sure, you think? So yeah, it's going to be really interesting what both players approach. We'll see Sparkles immediately go isolate Robert upstairs here. Won't go for the Quantum research first. Does seem to be going for an isolation onto Robert first. Makes a little bit of sense. Nicely done. Nice, good stuff indeed. Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting to hear the approach from him. Mixtures stuck in planning. And you know what? When the disguise is almost on like the other side of the map, you could take a bit of what the fuck do I do here? But the race marshal ain't that bad for Robert. It's half and half. It's closer to Robert than it is to Sierra for sure, 100%. I think. Of course, the one on that overpass, you could even argue starting the Sparkles does have Robert approaching. Of course, it's not a kitchen knife where it could be a quick Robert kill here. It's a slightly longer one. The cleaver being in the kitchen of the VIP area, I'm pretty sure, and that is the only one. You know, the kitchen knives. There are some in this expo building here, but unfortunately, no cleavers. As Sparkles does have his Kronstadt security disguise here. I'm guessing we'll use the fuse box for a researcher, maybe, perhaps, question mark, yes, no, maybe. Or is just Snelloff Ackerman? Or what is he going to do here? Break up this maintenance door here. Go for the other one, down the stairs. I'm not sure he means to do this. Can be a bit easy to get lost in this area. Mikulers even starting as the race crew. Interesting start. You're in both ends. And you know what, yeah? Could you do the gold Soviet strat for this and get and do both? And do the end the race, make Sierra win, and then isolate the pair of them in the event paddock. Could you do this battle for this one? I don't know. Questions to be answered. Sparkles getting a distraction onto the cross-up research will knock him out. Simply done. His first time in Miami knocking out someone with the robot arm. Does get camera issues, not that bad. Cameras are never right on them. Miami, you do have the ones just down here, which you will opt to take out, I think, or even just go through the car park. Of course, the door's going to be open. Hard to trank even. Hard to trank. Hard to open. Yeah, we'd have the challenge, but won't take out the cameras yet. Yeah, he will. He will take out the cameras now. Restart from Mikulers, not like any strat or so. Something so say. Sparkles making his way through the underpass here. Will come up by the medic tent. Of course, can just get his. We'll just go there. The amputation knife from the medic bay before I say in Sierra. Sparkles is the best finish. Yeah, sure. Like we have these people. This Tugla Baconi. Who is Tugla Baconi? Who is he? Washed. I'm telling you, he's rubbish at Hitman now. Sparkles is so clear. Sparkles does roulette as well as speedrunning, so I know who's better. Sparkles, lots of push from the waiter there, investigating the crowbar door. Not something you see often, but might help in his favour there. Grabbing the sugar. Go on, do a leg shot. Do a leg shot. You went, Sparkles. Tupler's finish. Yes, Tupler's finish. Nah, that is based. True that. Sparkles a nice shot there onto the Kronstadt mechanics. Get him out of the way. Will make his way now into Sierra in the Kronstadt garage. Will now do a first action to the mechanic here. So typical. What we see often. I actually like this from Mikulers. He does get a quick kill. Grabbing the cleaver from the food vendor start. In that regard, you could have argued a food vendor start then. But I don't know. Yeah, they're best of both of us, really, don't you? Sparkles now knocking out the mechanic. We'll swap into the disguise. And we'll have this kill on shortly. Or set up shortly. He starts to get the amputation knife. And that's where he'll go next. He will go to the medic area next. Has cameras taken care of already, so not worry about them. We'll go around the sideway here. There is an enforcer, there is a medic out here. It's all good. You can just grab the amputation knife, no problem whatsoever. We'll do the sugar isolation very shortly, I'm sure of it. Gets you out of the car with short people. We'll have that first kill down, but Mikulers can have this first kill down very shortly as well. So it'll be interesting here. He has the race marshal disguise. Does have the cleaver as well. Could be interesting. Perhaps could Peekaboo Robert down the stairs here. You really could Peekaboo Robert here. I want to see it. I'm all for it. I'm all for people into Robert here. I really am. He will be just coming through this. I don't know what this is. It's not really a bridge, is it? But it is as well. I know, but Sparkles now has ended the race back into the Kronstadt research. This guy's getting a nice lengthy peekaboo there on Sierra. Mikulers now getting a peekaboo onto Robert. Not something we see often, is it? We'll run down the stairs here. Lots of whoosh. Actually, too much whoosh. Found trespassing. That's very unfortunate there. Very unfortunate stuff there from Mikulers. I really want that to work as well. We'll have coins now instead. I don't know what he swapped out for it, but it's a nice change up here. Sparkle swapping back into the Kronstadt mechanic here. So many blooming Kronstadt things in this game. It's stupid. He will be making his way up. It's the theme of the map, really, isn't it, Joker? You dumbass. Making his way back up here to the VIP kitchen here for his cleaver. Don't knock out that security guard. No, he will do a throw distraction onto him to get past him, and he won't even run. That is great. Doing a throw distraction to not even run past the NPC. Another restart from Mikulers. It ain't going his way here, unfortunately, Sparkles. Let's be a bit careful. We'll be trespassing in here. The cleaver, not too far away though. Has a snail. And we'll use the snail to full effect here. Again, lock on with the waiter, but ain't that bad indeed. Should hopefully have this dealt with very shortly. We've got the cleaver here. Nice done indeed from Sparkles. Just has to make his way back round to an already knocked out Robert. Knocked, of course, the race marshal en route. Seems to be at the moment Sparkles playing very nicely and sensibly here. Runs to the exit now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting now what both players do. Sparkles in a massive lead here. a free race marshal, so to say, especially in a mechanic disguise here. Mikulers, however, a bit far behind and does rip grabbing the cleaver there. Very unfortunate. I think he ran too soon. He should have put the cleaver away beforehand more than anything there. Really unlucky. The game just ain't going Mikulers' way. The whoosh of the Robert. It would have been close, I think, if that could have been successful. I really do. Sparkles, though, has a race marshal. Has Robert already isolated, already knocked out up here. Not much left to do here from Sparkles. It seems to be on his first Miami, playing really well and impressively. Moving up now. Shall be exiting very shortly after killing Robert Knox. It is a good showing here from Sparkles after our first two maps. Colorado does actually get the kill down. I was a bit worried for a second he got the wrong lock on. We'll swap into the engineer. Don't matter. They're both trespassing. Both the mechanics, both the security guards, however, are inside the room. He can take this opportunity to run outside here. He won't opt to do so. Will actually knock out one of the guards. Has no trank left, however, so can't use one of them. We'll go back outside. Mate, you might have Sparkles. We'll do a throw distraction onto one of the guards there to distract one. What is Sparkles doing? Goes back inside the security hut here. With one of the security distracted, doesn't need to tell cameras, of course. The guy ain't moving. He ain't budging. He does budge eventually, however. We'll crack open the door with a crowbar here, and it will be Sparkles at the helicopter exit. Taking map 2, Miami, taking a 4-0 lead. GG's indeed there. Very good performance for Sparkles. Almost flawless on our first two maps. That is really impressive showing indeed. And yeah, we will have Chongqing as our third and final map here. Another map Sparkles yet to be played, and hopefully he can carry this form from Colorado and Miami onto Chongqing. We will head to a short break before heading to our map 3.
Look closer.
I'm telling you, the file is trash. The Constant doesn't so much burn his bridges as blow them up. Arthur Edwards, whoever he was, don't exist anymore. His personal data somehow deletes itself from any system that records him. Way beyond advanced. The partners spared no expense to make sure their controller would be untraceable.
How untraceable?
Look, I did what you asked, but Gray's gone and I'm no Diana. I'm not who you need right now. You gotta be kidding me.
ICA?
I used every encryption known to man. Who are these guys?
The best. It's only a matter of time before they get lucky. We need to take them down.
You and which army?
I know where the agency stores its files, mission reports, client data. If we leak it to the public...
You want to whistleblow the ICA?
It's the path of least resistance. Turns out, you are who I need right now, Olivia.
I do this, and I'm out. So, what are we breaking into?
Data facility in Chongqing, China. Run by a man called Hush.
Of course. The ICA site in Chongqing houses the agency's data storage and analyst division. Needless to say, security is daunting. The state-of-the-art server vault is biometrically wired to the facility's two overseers. Imogen Royce, behavioral analysis pioneer, and Hush, a data security guru with a taste for fringe transhuman experimentation.
Tell me about Hush.
A former cyber terrorist for the Ministry of State Security in Kadanyang, who fled his country after one of the Po regime's periodic purges. He made a career doing cybersecurity for dark web deplorables, human traffickers, organ harvesters, scum like him, with no code or conscience. ICA sure can pick 'em. No offense.
Can you disable security?
A dual authentication protocol ensures that any handling of data must be directly authorized by Hush and Royce. The proverbial human factor device to make the system impenetrable. Luckily, I found a loophole. If both overseers should unexpectedly die within a short space of time, the system reverts to a temporary fail-safe protocol, which I can bypass. Take them off the board, and you'll have free access to the data core, and I'll handle the rest.
And you're sure it'll work?
Look, I know Hush. If I'm wrong, we won't live long enough to regret it.
All right. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back here, Chongqing. Being our third and final map, of course, Sparkles now. Another map I ain't played before in rival settings. Mikulers has been here 4 times. 75% win rate, you know, winning here 3 times, losing only once. Really impressive records, really, that is. Good stats indeed. And it's going to be a very interesting map. I do like Chongqing. I really do. I think that 341 record wildlife, although it was set in RR9, it is a matter of time before that's beaten. I'll say this about Chongqing, I'll say it to the end of the tournament. The amount of stuff that's been found out about Chongqing is crazy. How to get Hush first sight in any disguise. Part of that is thanks to Observer, you know. The camera box shot, the specificness of the drone time from Mu. Shooting it at 147 till 3 minutes while she's in the data core can lead for any. You can have a Chongqing spin that's 2.5 minutes. You know, it's really been broadened and expanded, and it's great now. The vibes of Chongqing are just different. You know, we say, oh, it's boring, guys. It's the exact same isolations, yeah, but it's Chongqing. You know what I mean? It is just Chongqing. We see from Sparkles this timing. Get imaging in this area with a quick spin. Oh, it is great. It is great. Oh, is it fantastic? You know, you have them in an area where you're right by an exit. You can do loud kills here and exit right. Like, it is so good. You can get here in any disguise right after getting the Hush kill. It is fantastic, you know. Hopefully, one of the players here puts it to the benefits. And I know Sparkles might purchase it, so you might see it. And Sparkles could set the record perhaps, and likewise Mikulers. Give him the spin. If we have our Chongqing spin, which will be fiber wire ball member for Hush. And Imogen Royce silent shotgun as dumping cook. No, this is not record. This is not record. My day's been ruined and my pain is immeasurable. Live Hush kill is always good, especially in the ball member, but you know, you just start dumping cook and get the kill down straight away. The Imogen kill ain't that bad. A bit of a detour for the shotgun. Dumpling cook you have in the facility. If not, you can just go up to the restaurant and grab one. Basically, pretty much free. The longest part about the spin is going down to the shotgun. Matty, shut the fuck up. Honestly, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. That I'm not even lying. But yeah, Sparkles being the first load in here. We'll do the standard throw for the ball member, of course. Yeah, knock him out here. He never gets found. It's crazy. Can run the risk of him being heard, but it ain't heard. A bit close to the door, and Sparkles is aware of that, and will drag him a little bit before swapping into his clothes. Letting oh, what's she called? Oh, what is she called? I can't remember what she's called. Oh, what's the tour guide woman called? I can't remember. Anyways, Sparkles will climb up the boxes here, moving his way up, probably to the facility roof, I would imagine. Everyone else up. Chen Ting, that's it. That's it. Hi, I'm Chen Ting. Yeah, it's Chen. Oh, yeah, well, how can I forget Chen Ting? Mikulers in the same here. Sparkles going up the ladders here. Info's about to give me the entire dialogue between the board member. Oh, what's his name? Oh, sorry, I ain't played this map in ages. What is his name? What's the board member's name? Something wrong. Yeah, Sparkles making really good progress here. Mikulers, Mr. Angus Pritchard. Oh yeah, Mr. Pritchard, I presume. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I forget that, but yeah. So it'd be interesting if Sparkles. Does he play with an instinct on, which is like limited? That's great. That's fantastic. Right, so he's missed Hush time a little bit here. It's gonna be a bit hard to manage. If he is quick enough, he can get a knockout onto Mogwai and Hush here. It's gonna be a bit close. Mate, don't even bother, just get the kill. That's what he does do. Sensible stuff there from Sparkles. Good indeed. Pritchard, yeah, all good. Oh, the timing from Sparkles. As soon as he throws the knockout researcher a second earlier, you know, and he's fine. If he didn't drag Hush's body, he would have been fine. That's such an unlucky restart there. Of course, it just is this game that whenever you get a kill, they just turn around right away. Fantastic here. Mikulers now in the lead after getting the kill onto Hush. Hopefully doesn't have that bad of research timing. And dragging Hush further and doing this perhaps will also be an indicator. Is aware of it. Will also be aware. Shut the door, Mikulers. Shut the door. Doesn't shut the door. We'll do a throw distraction as well. Shut the door now. Yeah, thank you, mate. That's at the door. Shut the door. So good for Mikulers. Fortunately, no real timers to worry about with these two. Is there? And but bit of a pain in it for both players. This researcher he ain't the best of people, is he? We'll get a knockout here onto the researcher on the block guard. Something to the block guard. Still needs to dumpling cook, but like he needs to grab a shotgun, which of course it is downstairs in the apartments. I think it's called. No, the hallway is the stash. Idiot. Sparkles once more. Going now, crowbarring his way through towards Hush. Really good stuff indeed. Mikulers doing a little bit of jumping. Not going for his shotgun yet. Potentially a costly move, I think. I just ain't my monitor looking. The blue thing here, it is there. It is in the block. Potentially some time wasted there. I'm sure Sparkles is going to be a bit careful here. And the Mikulers making his way downstairs. Here's the block guard. What's he going to do? What's he going to do to deal with this pair of dumpling cooks? We'll use the crowbar. Sparkles gets some good time here with the block guard. Please go with the shotgun, Sparkles. Please go for the shotgun next, so I don't look like a mug. Yeah, good stuff. Oh no, he doesn't go for this shotgun either. Oh god. Well, you need your shotguns, guys. Don't forget about them. Am I missing something here? Am I just being incredibly stupid? Or what? Mikulers does get a nice knockout here on the dumpling cook. I don't know if Mikulers shot John or not. He hasn't, judging by Imogen's movement. So I might even go for the shotgun next. Sparkles trying to grab a dumpling cook here. Has shot a drone. Unfortunately for him, ain't on his way yet with the Sky's grab. We'll go for a long range throw. Always a good manner in it. No NPCs around, so it's all safe. Can drag and box him here. We'll swap into the dumpling cook. Mikulers now. In the courtyard, shoots the camera. And in the camera. Good bit there. Will crowbar his way through into the facility now. What are both players going to do? Their shotguns. Sparkles is in the lead here. Because both players are in the same situation. Sparkles has just shot a drone and Mikulers has only just now shot a drone. So that's the real difference here. Sparkles also crowbarring open the door. Has Mikulers got in the arcade? Is that why I'm a mug? Have they got their stashes in the arcade? It's actually not that bad of a situation. Probably. Mikulers again, good knowledge here. Go through this door. I was about to say he's going for the brick with the key underneath it. No, he'll just crowbar open this door. I look like a right idiot. I look like a right idiot, man. His shotgun's right there. No. That's great. That's fantastic, isn't it? Sparkle's now getting a knockout onto Imogen and her bodyguard. Gonna be interesting. Where's his shotgun? I would assume in the same place. We'll knock out Jeremy's mate. That's what I'm gonna call Imogen's guard's Jeremy mate. Will be hurt. We'll have to punch her. Might be hurt. No, it won't be hurt. It's all fine. Sparkles, go run and get your shotgun. You can't go through without a frisk, and that's something very interesting there for sure. Sparkles, though, swapping into that disguise, swapping into the facility guard, won't need the frisk, and that may be the difference here. But Mikulers just runs back and does a triple shot panic. But you know, they're going to run down this door here. Could spark some issues here for Mikulers. A body on the facility security that's outside might be found. The panic here is crazy. I love it. Fantastic. He could kill Imogen here if he wanted to. I don't know. What's he going to opt to do? Crazy stuff here. Sparkles swapping back into his block guard. This is where the mistakes come through. Sparkles only getting the block guard now. Has to run back all the way into the block for his shotgun. It's a long run. Mikulers now approaching. Not good. Imogen, soft lockdown. Does get Psycho as well. will be compromised by who? Imogen perhaps could be savable. Will punch her in the head here. Should be hard to save here if he has saved it at all. And no, a psycho onto the guard does result in a restart there for Mikulers. Could have just taken his time. He could have just gone the way around through the shortcut and just given Sparkles a big way back into it here. Gives him time to go grab his shotgun. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How pivotal could that be for Mikulers here? A bit of panic, not having the frisk and going through. It seemed like a good idea, but with Imogen coming up so soon, it wasn't. Perhaps could have tranked him on the stairs or some form to try and save that, but it seemed lost from the moment he went for the triple panic there. Mikulers now does have a shotgun once more. Will be able to just carry this now back upstairs towards the pipe. Of course, that's all he needs is the dumpling cook's right there. Imogen's isolated. He won't opt to crowbar open this door, but that's what he can do. He can just crowbar open. He won't. The one enforcer's scaring him. Stuck between. He could shotgun it open. He has a shotgun. He can blast the door open. This one enforcer really is scaring Sparkles here. He does opt to jump over a table eventually. A big lead now for Sparkles. Has that block guard disguise to make this area. It doesn't even need it for the spin. He just gets it for the shotgun, of course. I spoke that earlier, perhaps in a mistake. And it seemed to be with Mikulers having a huge lead eventually when both players had their shotguns, you know. Mikulers with a panic seemed to be unnecessary. The panic caused by panic, so to say. But Sparkles now with that huge lead has a shotgun, of course, has Imogen isolated with the dumpling cook buffered right next to herself. Joker doing the best. Only the best will do. Only the best will do, of course, here. But yeah, it seems to be Sparkles with the lead will come down the ladder here. Won't even opt to go down the pipe for a quicker, easier kill. Doesn't opt to go for the shortcut. Will go into the city guard just to make this area here even safer. Really taking all the precautions here. Wow, oh, he's down this facility screen knocked out. That's possibly why. He hasn't heard anything. He hasn't investigated the open door. Sparkles swapping into the dumpling cook here. Will he get the guns back? Of course he will. Sparkles swapping back into the city guard here. Has a tier 3 dongle already. Will be able to escape here. Mikulers that really unfortunate rip from the panic. Giving Sparkles, gift him in. Then final 2 points on map 3 Chongqing here. The best finished player of the car profile picture will win 6-0. A really solid performance here from Sparkles. GG's. GG's indeed. What a performance. That was fantastic from Sparkles. Good to see from first minute to the last, you know. The Colorado was amazing. Miami was amazing. You know, almost flawless, but had one rip on Chongqing right at the start with the researcher. You know, that was such a great performance by him today, because close on Colorado. It really was. I think he mixed up the nitroglycerin with the lethal poison on Ezra. I think that's why we saw him do that dragon and rise afterwards. We saw that at the end. Miami, he had a good shot. I think it would have been quicker than Sparkles, you know, that cleaver that he grabbed. The race marshal he grabbed seemed to be quicker than what Sparkles was doing. And it would have been interesting to see, because Sparkles had such a big lead, and Mikulers was like people onto Robert. Could have caught that out there, but really unfortunate at the end of the day there in Chongqing as well. That thing could have gone either way today. It could have been a 6-0 to Mikulers, but Sparkles held his nerve throughout and did take the win. And we will see what that does to the Group G standings here. Of course, always a tough group, as all of them are. Sparkles, 16 points after 3 games, only dropping 1 map so far. Him and Infun really are the front runners, not losing the game yet. Sparkles only losing 1 map, but the Blunts and Bees not that far behind after his 3 games on 12 points, and then it's Frivolous as well. Only 1 sweep away from tying to Sparkles with the same amount of games played. A story after 4 games is on 10 points. K Kennedy still on 7 after 3 games. Mikulers on 3 points after 5 games. So close to sadly being eliminated. Mikulers, you know, it just hasn't gone his way this RR. It really hasn't. He's been so unlucky. It came through today. So unlucky, especially on that Chongqing. You know, the panic lasted a very long time. That's what just happens sometimes with this game. Soviet on 2 points after his 3 games. So yeah, you know, it's that 10 points distance between 8th and 3rd. You know, ain't that bad really. In front of Sparkles. The only 2 players left still unbeaten. Sparkles, the only difference is Sparkles has lost a map in fun, winning all 9. So really impressive stuff from both. And yeah, the upcoming matches here. There is games later on today, going into the morning for the Europeans, later tonight for the Americans. 22:30 CST, Clan versus Pac, and at midnight. Oh, 23:30 even. Clan versus Pac. A good game at the bottom of Group H. Mr. Mike versus Hashashin. At midnight CST on Chongqing and Haven Island. 5 AM CST. Red Fox versus the Time Cube, casted by the Buff Guy and Nezuko Chan. Some random person versus Buff. 17 CST tomorrow. Oh, there's not many games tomorrow. That's great. I can't cast that one game I can cast. That's sad. Oh, anyways, I'm sure you're happy to hear that I can't cast any games tomorrow as it stands. Getting an operation on my mouth is great, isn't it? I might be able to talk properly after that. Whee! But yeah, we'll go back to the idler. Thank you everyone for coming out. Well played, Sparkles. You've won. You've got a better win percentage on map freeze than I do in my whole career, so that's great, isn't it? You can still hold that over me. And honestly, yeah, I respect the Colorado. I respect it. I was not having it. I like it now, yeah, but at the time I was hating it. I was like, because I said in my stream this morning, yeah, but what are you gonna do that? When are you gonna use that in RR? And man just does it. It's great. And he didn't even use it properly. He still went inside and went through the door. He didn't even climb through the window. Waste man. But yeah, we'll see more games later on tonight, going into the morning. Games tomorrow evening. The next game, Blunts Beats versus him. Fun. Missed that one. 15 CST on Friday. That's going to be good. I know, man. It's fantastic. Well played, bro. Well played. I have that Chandler. Thank you for having me in. It's always great. I didn't say well played, you but you played well also, Fro. Well played, Mikulers as well. Really unlucky today with his rips, especially on Colorado at the end as well. Sparkles was just quicker. And that's the difference with Rio today. The Chris just won. Except for Miami. That would have been close if Mikulers didn't have that rip with Robert. And yeah, we'll go back to Idler. See you all soon for more Real Rivals World Championships. Bye bye.